What is academic writing? Academic writing is a formal style of writing used in universities and scholarly publications. Academic writing or scholarly writing is non-fiction produced as a part of academic work. Academic writing is formal and unbiased. It should be clear and precise. Academic writing should be focused and well structured. Academic writing should be well sourced. Where did you get these questions from? Where did you get this content from? You must cite each of them. Academic writing must be accurate. It must be correct and consistent. There are different types of academic texts or academic writing, or there are different genres of academic writing. What are they? They include essays, research papers, case studies, literature reviews, projects, reports, proposals, then dissertations or thesis. Academic writing should have a clear structure. The structure will often derive from the genre or the type of writing. For example, a report will have an introduction which includes the aims of the report. Then it will have a method section, methodology, terms of reference. Then you have the findings section. Then you have the conclusion. On the other hand, an essay will have an introduction. It will have a thesis statement. There will be clear body paragraphs and then the conclusion. So depending on the genre or the type of the academic material, the structure can vary. I mentioned about thesis statement. What is that? The thesis statement is that sentence or two in your text that contains the focus of your essay. It tells your reader what the essay is about. The thesis statement is the sentence which contains the focus of your essay. It tells the reader what your essay is going to be about. What about the topic sentence? What is that? A topic sentence is the most important sentence in a paragraph, sometimes referred to as the focus sentence. The topic sentence helps organize the paragraph by summarizing the information in the paragraph. The topic sentence is usually the first sentence in a paragraph. So, if you are writing a research paper, you have a thesis statement and then you have several paragraphs. Each paragraph will begin with the topic sentence, which explains the concepts mentioned in that paragraph. But each of those paragraphs will contain one topic sentence, right? So each of those topic sentences will actually contribute to the thesis statement, because these topic sentences will help us understand, or it will substantiate what you have said in the thesis statement. Topic sentences introduce a topic of the entire essay. Topic sentences introduces the topic which is going to be discussed in that paragraph. Every topic sentence has two parts: a topic, what the paragraph is about, and a controlling idea, the direction that the paragraph is going to take. For example, look at this topic sentence. Cats are very good pets for several reasons. So you mention that and then you can explain the different reasons. Then, our school's dress code policy has many negative consequences for girls. So you mentioned about the negative consequences. Another one. The world population is strongly impacted by a lack of access to water. So you can mention about that in that paragraph. The topic sentence tells your audience what the paragraph will be about and how it is connected to the thesis statement. The controlling idea tells them how you will explain it in this particular paragraph. So when you read the topic sentence, you'll understand what the paragraph is going to be about and how you're going to do it, or how you're going to explain that. And ultimately, each of those topic sentences will connect with the thesis statement. The thesis statement is the main idea of your paper, written in one or two sentences at the beginning of your chapter. This will happen in the introduction part. The topic sentences begin each paragraph in the body of the paper, and it will explain these topic sentences. Each of them will explain why the thesis statement is true. So there's only one thesis statement, but you can have several topic sentences. Then your writing should be coherent with logical progression throughout and cohesive with the different parts of the writing clearly connected. Careful planning before writing is essential to ensure that the final product, your research paper, is well structured with a clear focus and logical progression of ideas. An extremely important type or genre of academic writing is a case study. What is that? The word case in case study refers to an individual situation. Out of a class of 46, only 25 to 30 students attend online classes. This is a problem. Ideally, all students should attend the classes regularly. So the teacher does a case study of this problem. So she comes up with a hypothesis that providing recorded classes will help the students attend classes at their own convenience. A follow-up of what they learned can be done through an online quiz. So a case study can be done like this. A case study of the effectiveness of recorded classes in BSc Physics. Another example for a case study. A case study of the odd-even rule in controlling vehicle traffic. A case study is a detailed study of a specific subject. So when you're doing a research paper, a case study will deal with a subtopic of concern with that the bigger research topic. So it can deal with a person, a group, place, event, organization, or phenomenon. Case studies are commonly used in social, educational, clinical, and business research. It is quite often used in educational purposes. It is quite often used for educational purposes. A case study is a research that explores a certain event, a concept, a person, or an activity. Its main goal is to give the readers comprehensive information on the topic and highlight the relationship between different concepts and help to understand the problem better. The main difference between a case study and a research paper is that the first one is not interested in the previous results and findings and is started straight away with modern state of affairs. So a research paper, case study. Research paper deals with the current scenario, and also it has to look it has to consider the previous findings. A case study does not have to do that. Case study focuses on what is the issue now and how can you solve the problem. To some extent, case studies are more specific than the broader research. A case study usually involves qualitative and quantitative methods. What's the difference between qualitative and quantitative research methods or analysis? Quantitative research is a process of collecting and analyzing numerical data. So you have a quantity here. It can be used to find patterns, averages, make predictions, test causal relationships, and generalize the results to wider populations. Qualitative research involves collecting and analyzing non-numerical data. That's the difference here. One is numerical data, the other one is non-numerical data. So what are the examples for non-numerical data? Literary text, video, audio. These are all non-numerical. So you use qualitative research to understand concepts, opinions, or experiences. It can be used to gather in-depth insights into a problem or generate new ideas for research. So depending on what purpose or what is the goal of your research, you can use the quantitative or the qualitative research. When you are researching in literature, you usually use qualitative research methods, and for science you use quantitative methods. But then you can't really generalize that, because sometimes in literature you will have to use quantitative and qualitative research methods. This happens with science as well. All right. Examples for qualitative research questions. How does social media shape body image in teenagers? How do children and adults interpret healthy eating in Kerala? Qualitative research question. What about quantitative research question? What is the demographic makeup of Singapore in 2020? How has the average temperature of Kerala changed over the last century? So it's a quantitative research question. So what are the steps for doing a case study? You have to identify a problem. You have to select a case study of Kerala's methods in COVID control. So you select a case. Then you build a theoretical framework. Case studies should usually have some connection with theory in the field. This way, the case study is not just an isolated description, but is integrated into what is existing or the existing knowledge on the topic. To ensure that our analysis has a solid academic grounding, we must conduct literature review of the sources. This is another type of academic writing. What is that? A literature review is a survey of scholarly sources on a specific topic. Suppose you are going to research on mental illness. So you study all the major authors who wrote about this over the years. So you have a context in which this concept is being used. It provides an overview of current knowledge. What does the world know, or what does the academia know about this particular term or concept in today's scenario? So it provides an overview of current knowledge. It allows you to identify relevant theories, methods, and most importantly, gaps in the existing research. So you say that this has been studied in this fashion, but then this author has not said this. So there's a gap of knowledge here, which my research is going to fill. So according to my research, I'm going to contribute to the knowledge field by filling in this gap. This aspect is missed by many authors. So I'm going to look into this aspect. Writing a literature review involves finding relevant publications, analyzing them, and explaining what you found. Basically, there are 5 steps. You search for relevant literature, then you evaluate them, then you identify the themes or the data they have presented, or the gaps that are present in their research. Then you have an outline of the structure, and then you write the literature review. A good literature review doesn't summarize the sources. It analyzes, synthesizes, and critically evaluates to give a clear picture of what are the knowledge of that subject in the current scenario. So why do you write a literature review? When you write a thesis or a dissertation or research paper, you will have to conduct a literature review to situate your research within the existing knowledge. ഈ കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്, അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇതിന്റെ അടിസ്ഥാനത്തിലാണ് ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ റിസർച്ച് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. So that is the context in which you present your research. So the literature review helps you to demonstrate your familiarity with the topic and scholarly context. 2. Develop a theoretical framework and methodology for your work. 3. Position yourself in relation to other researchers and theorists. And 4. It shows how your research addresses the gap or contributes to the debate. This means identifying key concepts and theories to guide your analysis and interpretation. So the third part of a case study can be a literature review. Now what about the next step of a case study? You can describe and analyze the case. So in writing up the case study, you need to bring together all the relevant aspects to give us a complete picture of the subject. In all cases though, make sure to give contextual details about the case. Connect it back to the literature and theory and discuss how it fits with the wider patterns or debates. What are the uses of a case study? A case study is an appropriate research design when you want to gain concrete, specific, contextual information or in-depth knowledge about a specific real-world subject. It allows you to explore key characteristics, meanings, and implications of the case. Suppose you are studying the effects of online education in the school students of Kerala. A case study could be a specific topic related to this. So you're studying about the effects of online education in the school students of Kerala, and then your case study is a subtopic related to this. For instance, you could do a case study of the efficiency of recorded classes in online education. So it's a subtopic. Then another example, we always hear about the problems caused by the OTT platform, over the top platform. These are services which refer to any type of video or streaming media that provide a viewer access to movies or TV shows by sending the media directly through the internet. So people don't have to go to the theater and to watch a movie. They can sit at home and watch the movies either via Amazon Prime or Netflix. So this has transformed the way we get entertainment. So if your research question is, how are OTT platforms changing the relationship between production companies and consumers? That's the research question. How are OTT platforms changing the relationship between production companies and consumers is the research question. The subtopic which we can use for a case study is a case study of Drishyam 2 marketing campaign. So Drishyam 2 was released on the OTT platform, and it created a lot of controversy because the theater people wanted the movie to be played on the theaters, but then it did not happen. So this can be a study. Case study of Drishyam 2 marketing campaign. I hope the term case study and literature review is clear to you.